Hello everybody, so this is a slightly different video from what I usually do. For one thing, it's audio. and it is a video in which I'm going to be reflecting on a past video that I did. I felt like it's needed. At the same time, I don't want to be reacting to my old video because I've seen it like a few times since. I felt like looking back with a mature mindset is required in this kind of instance. And for one thing, just a bit of a heads up, this is not a haters video. This is not a go away haters video. I like I like feedback, but not to the point that it's a whole load of people just writing mean comments for the sake of mean comments. And I'm not going to read the comments out because for one thing, they weren't really very creative. Even though I did learn a few new words, which is always good, because I'm all about like improving my grammar and my dictionaries or something. So looking back on it, I didn't really know what humour was at the time, and in all honesty, I did think it was funny, even though I knew that it was a family joke that had got a bit too big, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I made a video about it. And yeah, I didn't really think about the fact that not a lot of people might find it. Well, a lot of people won't really find it funny, which is probably my fault. And for one thing, I was kind of, this is when I was starting out doing YouTube semi properly. So I felt like I wanted to do something because I'd see it like this because I'd seen a lot of food YouTubers do similar stuff, and I felt like I wanted to copy them. The funny thing is with food on YouTube is that you have to do. I mean, this is before the mukbang trend came along as well. I think that with food YouTubers, there's a very fine line between kind of good and bad content, really. I obviously was trying to parody the food YouTubers, and wasn't really that good at it. And I was trying to be satirical before I fully understood what satire actually was. And at the same time, though, a lot of the comments which I did get revolved around the fact that I was being very spoilt for the fact that I was complaining about food, where there are a lot of people who don't have access to food or to proper food. It was literally just a little silly bit of skit that I did think up in 5 minutes. So yeah, I wasn't trying to be. I was being a bit thoughtless, and on reflection, I am sorry. Excuse me. So yeah, I was not trying to insult people who are on a tight budget, or people who regularly eat these sort of things because all they can actually afford. Yeah, I was not trying to be a knob, and I feel like I did actually come across like one. At the same time, though, I actually made the video before I found out that Rustler's has quite a backing in student-based food. They ran a few campaigns, I believe, many years ago. And again, I did this video before I did the actual main video before I was a full-time student doing further education. And to be honest, I think that on reflection, that Rustlers, while their meat contents might be a bit undetermined, I think it's actually really good that they were backing a campaign to do with correct student cooking. And yeah, I don't really know what I intended to, get with this video. I might have just talked to myself in circles, but I think it definitely made me realise that I don't particularly want to do food review based things anymore. And the last thing I'm going to draw attention to in this video is the fact that in a lot of the comments, people were making the fact that I had a posh accent like a thing. As if my perceived poshness had any effect on what I thought of the burger. For one thing, I'm not posh. for another thing, I could have come from the backyard of anywhere, and I still would have found the burger not that pleasant at the time. And I wasn't trying to put on an act and make myself look poncy. That was my accent at the time, um, because for one thing, I'd always been told growing up that I talk too fast. So in an effort to make myself more well spoken, I slowed my accent down and made it more modulated. So that's why. Um, and also, like, I wouldn't put on an accent to review a burger. I mean, come on, that's just basic. That's just why. I do not understand. Um, Again, I'm probably talking myself into a big pile of nothing, but I wanted to say stuff that had been bothering me for a while in regards to this. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed listening to my dulcet tones. I'll see you at another point in another video.